Hi, this is Simi Harding. Today we have a very interesting panel with us. They have come all the way from America. This chairman of American delegation to strengthen the Indo-American ties for business and better relationships. So with me is Dr. Bobby Culotti. He is the national chairman of All American Political Party, and he is also an entrepreneur. He is also a humanitarian. And then right next to him is Chanel Mayer. She is renewable energy expert from Columbia University. Then we have Mr. John Blissig, who is international economic development businessman. And then we have our Mr. Deepak Arora, who is a senior journalist. And then I also have Violetta Jusa. Yes. She is the developer vice chair of Friends of Good Health. So I welcome you all to the studio. My first question is to you, Dr. Bobby, that you led this 9-people delegation all the way from America and other parts of the world to strengthen Indo-US business ties. What was the rationale? What was the motive behind it? And you see India as a land of success and opportunity. So can you elaborate on that, please?
Again, I want to say thank you, Simiji, having me as well as OK India. Today, people say India have the opportunity. It's not India have opportunity today. India always have opportunity. If you go to the history of India, not only today, if it was the British, if it was Mughals, they all came to India because there was the opportunity. The difference today is we are much more vibrant, we are much more aware of our surrounding. And this time we have the people come into India to be part of the opportunity, part of the success of India, not to come and steal from India. So I like to spread that message, all those people who sacrifice for this free India, and today the people who are leading the country under the leadership of the Prime Minister, and I'm just out there to spread the message, come to India, join Indians, and grow with India, have the success. The world is not the same what it was once. Today, India or any other country is a global, so we all are one small family in a big circle of peoples.
So we are all one small family, and I'm going to come to you, Ms. Mayer, and I want to ask you that what kind of business opportunities do you see in India? What are you leading? What is it that you will be doing here in your time in India?
Sure. So first, I wanted to say thank you for having us. We've been very impressed by the warmth and hospitality that we've been shown by the Indian people so far. It's been a wonderful experience. So energy efficiency and LED lighting is the main reason why we are here. There are significant benefits, and we've experienced significant growth in the United States. Benefits financial, even more so than environmental. So that's why we are here, and there have been it's been a wonderful experience. There's a lot of opportunity, and the government officials we've been meeting with have been very positive and very helpful so far.
That's great. So John, talking about the government and the hospitality and the business opportunities here, we would like to know from you that what kind of, if there's MOU that has been signed, what have you done so far being here? I know you mentioned something about the incubators and how the exchange could take place. So could you just elaborate on that a little bit for us, please?
Sure. First, I just wanted to say, I wanted to reiterate what Bobby said. India is the land of opportunity. America was once and is the land of opportunity. And we're here to really kind of mix that together. I wanted to congratulate the Olympic team. We met with them last night, and it's just a wonderful experience. Our focus is on economic development, job growth, and we really believe that the Indian population has tremendous intelligence. The engineering community is outstanding, and our focus is on construction, infrastructure, energy, cybersecurity, and we're looking to build technology incubators and potentially manufacturing facilities. So we have met with a number of government officials. They are very open-minded, and it's a wonderful experience to meet people who are open-minded and wanting to do business, wanting to develop jobs, wanting to create economic development for the country and to grow the country and make it very, very successful. And I think it's wonderful to see India become a prosperous country, an extraordinary successful country.
Thank you so much, John. I want to come to you and ask you about this Friends for Good Health. What is Friends for Good Health and what are your agendas? What are you going to be doing while you're in India and what are you going to be promoting?
First of all, I want to say hello, Sasrika to everybody.
Sat Sri Akal to you as well.
This is my first trip to India and I'm amazed of this country, of how the life is going on here. And basically my part is here, I'm a developer myself. So I would like to see what I can bring to this country when it comes to the housing. There's so many people I see like living in poor houses, so I can develop and maybe help even for free, build some buildings for the community and help people to get housing and have quality living as well. Also, but the more important for us is to also see how we can help poor people in this country as well. So I'm looking into bring like around 100 doctors in December or January. So the Friends for Good Health, our organization is a charity non-profit organization, and our mission, our goal basically is to come either December or January with 100 of doctors with different qualifications and help poor people with no charge. We're also planning to bring some medications and treat people everywhere we can. We're planning to come to 5 cities, including Jaipur and maybe Delhi as well. I'm not sure yet. Babi is the head of this organization. So we're planning a tremendous trip and trying to help everybody as much as we can.
Thank you so much. So I'll come to Dr. Bobby now. You're the founder chairperson of this organization. What brought about this? Why did you think of starting something like this? And you've already had initiatives in so many other countries. So I would like for you to elaborate on that and let us know why. Why did this happen?
It's not why it's happened. It should always happen. Not only just by one Bobby, it should be thousands of Bobbies. Because like I said, we all are in this world together. We all are a one family, a extended family, regardless of where you live. Even though we said in our mission is, there is no better gift in humanity than a good health.
Absolutely.
I also says, people when they say, what country you come from? I say, I come from one country and my country name is humanity. And you can't find better example for that country than India itself. And I'm blessed to be Indian born, though I had opportunity to go abroad. Most importantly, if you look at it, it is very sad when people get success, but they forget where they come from.
Absolutely.
They forget to serve. Not mean they forget to what country they come from. They forget what culture they come from. The culture, in my belief, is what my mom had told me, is to love others, respect others, care about others. And what is those things are, when you see somebody need a help, if you can, you should help. And with that circumstances, I know one time I was very, very sick. Somebody, some organization, very similar to what we do, we are similar to like a Doctor Without Borders.
Okay.
We are Friends for Good Health. So I felt when one day when I needed help, somebody helped me. I have equal responsibility to help others if I can. And I thank all those doctors who had joined. They are one of the finest doctors, 40-year experience, 30-year experience in every category. It doesn't matter if they're cardiology, or dermatology, or OBGYN, or it doesn't matter what area it is. They are with me. I specifically, some of my colleagues who are not here, especially Jagdish, Shivani, and one of my friends sitting here, Mr. Kapoor, they all are equally helpful. Some people are, some doctors are who are going to be personally visiting, but then we have people who financially also supporting. It is a efforts by many, not just mine. I don't want to take credit. The credit goes to all those people, especially when I see Violet, she choose, even though she's the chair of the Poland, but we each country have a different chairman of each country. This year she's going to be leading the delegation to India along with Dr. Dean Hart, who is one of the finest eye doctors, eye surgeon I should say. India have itself so many good doctors.
Yes,
One of the
Mm-hmm.
finest doctors. We have so many finest Indian doctors serving all over the world. But there is so much need for those people in this our country. Along with all the business opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
India is growing, India's need is growing, and I think whatever the best we can serve, we should. That's my pledge. As long as I live, I will do my very best to serve the people. Otherwise, talk is cheap.
And also what I can say,
Yes.
all of us, we are so excited. We're getting every day somebody else, somebody new who wants to come here and basically help for free. We have so many doctors who are asking, begging us, please, can I be on the team? So maybe we even bring more than 100 doctors, and it's like so wonderful that we can be here and give everybody the best.
That's great. That's such a wonderful cause. Along with this humanitarian cause, you also brought people who could help us with the environment. Like he said, John said, creating jobs. Teaching people, being the mentors for young entrepreneurs. So could you elaborate a little bit on that? That how are you choosing those young entrepreneurs? Is government selecting those entrepreneurs for you, or do you have a way of them applying, and how does it go about?
Sure. What's very, very important is there are two types of jobs. Today, there are people who are very, very well educated. You have some of the finest universities in India, and you have other people who are less educated that can learn trades. Energy is a wonderful area where you can learn a trade and get paid very, 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 very well. We have a system that we've developed in the United States where we link with top universities and we link with underserved communities, where people who live in poor areas or inner cities, we develop them and we get them skilled either in manufacturing areas where they can manufacture or assemble the LED lighting or solar products, or we have people who can actually develop the new technologies in energy, and those are the people who come out of the best universities. We see the same thing to be doing that in India today. We'll take people from the best universities in India, and those will be the people who will be developing the energy technologies, and we'll be taking people from maybe the farming areas, because that's where we've been having those conversations. Farming communities are really struggling, and converting that into people who can now get access to jobs in energy. And that's the focus, is really to create higher employment in the farming areas and to create energy jobs for university students.
Thank you, John. I would like to come to Mr. Deepak Arora now. He being, the senior journalist, what is your take on all this interesting development? India, again, as Dr. Bobby mentioned, land of opportunity, land of success. It's growing, it's glowing. So what do you have to add that you brought these wonderful people to our studio? So we want to thank you, and we want to know from you that how exciting it is that we will have such amazing people join hands to strengthen and to take India to the next level.
Simi, first of all, I'd like to really thank OK India channel, who actually thought that this was a great story. Now these people are here all the way from America. We just talk, and you converted the talk into walk. And what happened was, I met Dr. Bobby Guloti when I was in US in 2014, when Prime Minister Modi was there. So I was part of his delegation, and I went to New York, I went to Washington, DC, White House, where both of them, Prime Minister and President Obama, had a very good heart-to-heart talk. So after the visit, I met him during the visit to New York also, Bobby Colotti. But I met him later on. I met him as a politician, as an American politician. And when I went to his office in Long Island, I was amazed by the work he does for the society. The question was, he does it for the American society and he does it in different parts of the world. But India was not there on his map at that time. I don't know what was the reason, but as he is India born, so I actually am being from India, and in 2 years' time, President Obama and Prime Minister Modi have met so many times, and with one-to-one meetings, and I see that intent to do something for not only for India but people of the world, because when India grows, the world grows.
Absolutely.
This was a recent report couple of days back by United Nations, which is now saying that India has brought the gap, the inequality has been reduced because India is growing now. So I would like to actually ask Bobby Colotti that what do you think has changed in India, and during all those years, now that you are coming to India, I think after 15 years, what has changed and what do you see here? And I also want to mention to you, Simi, that he does live shows in America also, and people call him up. People who actually there is nobody for them there. I'm talking of people who have had some issues in their life, which he will talk more about it. So this gentleman, what is amazing about him is he just doesn't talk. He walks his talk. So people call him live on the shows. I've seen it myself. And by the time they put down the phone, their job is done. So I'd like to ask Bobby about this aspect also.
Deepakji, thank you very much again for your kind word. You ask me what is the change. I think change to start with is a better understanding. People are much more educated now than ever before. Opportunities are there, not in just in business, as well as in doing the good things overall in India. The key which I see, the government have a very good understanding to success of India and Indian is you have to let the minds be free. When the peoples, they have so much education, and when you confine them, how they are going to be a growth? I think the brilliant mind should never be wasted.
Absolutely.
So now you're looking at educated people. They are free to achieve. When you call democracy, from oldest democracy to the largest democracy, you can't have a democracy when your people confined to do nothing. Today, they are free to. If you ask somebody, ask me, what is the one thing taking India to success? I think Prime Minister Modi and his government really opened the flood of these intellectual people to achieve whatever they want. And that's what I think is the biggest change I see, even though it was there, but it was confined. That you can't have, how are you going to cook the food if you don't have a gas or a stove?
Yeah.
How are you going to prepare a food when there is no food? How are you going to have education when there is no school or not proper school? And it's important. The minds are there, but the opportunity wasn't. Today, opportunities are there along with the minds. Look in the world. India had sent intellectuals, head of the Microsoft, Google's, banks, after banks, in finance. Doesn't matter what area you can go, including in politics.
Yeah.
Means we are free, we are intellectual, and we are implementing. What good is to know something, learn something, if you don't implement it? I think today, India, what it says, it implement, they mean it. World respect that. But if you just say it and do nothing, like I came after 15 years, I see the difference. It's not just a small difference. It's India is a leader today. You can't take that away from India. India and Indians are leader. They are not only leading in India, they're leading in the worldwide, no matter where you go. Regardless of this Chinese competition and other competitions, Indians have no competition because their mindset is very free to achieve. We don't set goals to just only limit ourselves by the four walls. We limit ourselves to the sky, and that's the difference I see today. And listen again, I am very proud to be American. I'm very proud what America does in the whole world. One of the most generous nation, and America have great opportunities, but combined with from the oldest democracy to the largest democracy, the both intellectual side getting together and achieving the goal. And that's our responsibility. We're not giving favor to no one.
Absolutely.
It's our responsibility for our kids, our sisters and brothers. We must serve and hold our elected official responsible for that growth, for that success. That's the only way you can have a peaceful world. If the employment is there, jobs are there, opportunities for all our youngs. You can't educate people and have no jobs.
Absolutely.
And we have a responsible. Again, I'm so honored and privileged and thanking everyone on the panel also.
And Bobby, you mentioned to me when we were in the outside the studio about Guru Nanak Dev, this something similar. Could you please give us that?
Yeah,
quote?
Yeah, insight on the Guru Nanak story.
My whole education, even though I don't have a formal education, I actually educated by reading Guru Granth Sahib, and I always believe, follow Guru Nanak Dev Ji. He said, there is nothing greater or bigger than humbleness, and there is nothing smaller than being arrogant. So we should all be so humble and privileged. And that's one of the things I love about India and Indians or anybody around the world, when people are peaceful, respectful, caring, and just being humble of another sister and brothers. And that's one of the reasons I try to do in Friends for Good Health, which is our organization. Yes. And we say there's no better gift than a good health. When we say good health, it's not only physical health, it's a mental health, it's the health of our society, and it's cover every ways.
Absolutely.
When you say good health, health in education, health in anything you can think of, and I pray, and my prayer is the people to be peaceful and successful, and that's only can happen when we respect each other and try to learn from each other. And learning never should end, regardless of your age, you're in school or not.
आपने वो एक पताल और स्काई की बात करी थी, वो थोड़ा आप हिंदी में बताएंगे गुरु नानक देव का।
गुरु मैंने वो कहा था कि गुरु नानक देव जी said लख पाताल पाताल लख आकाश आकाश, तो फिर एक पताल और एक आकाश की क्यों बात कर रहे हो? उसी को लेके चलें तो इंडिया की ग्रोथ जो है पतालों और पतालों तक जानी चाहिए, आकाशों और आकाशों तक जानी चाहिए. एंड आई लाइक बट Modi ji government, I'm not only just saying because of Modi ji government, they are a present government, and he had set up goal to lead India in a world to success and peaceful, and especially on August 15th, which he had made a big announcement related to the energy, especially the solars and LEDs, and what a timing this team choose. And India, you have so much opportunity. Indians, you have so much opportunity. You are my sister and brothers. Let's achieve India's success, Indian success worldwide, and it is in our hands. It's our time. And don't be afraid to hold your elected official responsible. Actually, I do want to say thank you to one of the MP, Dr. Udit Raj, who I met, and he made every efforts to invite us also. And it's important we gave always credit where the credit is due, and Dr. Udit Raj being very helpful. Along with we had met our railway minister as well as Mr. Gadkari on road and highways and environment. I mean, it doesn't matter who we met, They all are very responsible and welcoming. And I can tell you this, if they are not, I have no problem to be demanding.
That's good.
It's
That's
our
a
right.
Good thought.
It's our right. When you are here to serve,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to demand. You elect them to serve you.
Yes.
You don't elect them to be boss to you. And that's one thing I am very proud of, that this government try to serve the people, not try to boss to the people.
Make the better tomorrow.
And they meant, and that's why you ask me, what do you see a change? I see first time your government want to serve the people, not to boss to the people. And I thank you for your question to be asked.
All right.
And if they don't serve, replace them.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's easy.
That's the power.
That's the
power.
freedom, right?
So let's come back a little bit to the plans that you have. How long do you think, and what's the agenda like? When do you start with this environment, energy, and job creation, and a better and a prosperous India? The ties, I know you said that the delegation has come. What's the next step, and what can we expect to see out of this delegation meet?
So our philosophy is we want to do this as quickly as possible. Our number one priority, and I think India's number one priority, with respect to a lot of people I don't think understand this, when you replace lighting, you'll save 75% of the electricity. So there's substantial savings that can go into infrastructure. Every dollar that you save in electricity can go into schools, can go into hospitals, can go into infrastructure development. So everything that we typically focus on has the ability to save money for a country or for a municipality or for a city. So we've been focusing, we've had a lot of conversations about smart cities. So we'll move as, I'm an entrepreneur. So as I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not like a large corporation that is a large tanker that needs to move 2 years. I can move on a dime. It really comes back to how quickly does India want to move, and do they want to move with us? And the other thing that I would say is, with Bobby, I'm in total agreement with him. We not only focus on the business aspect of it, but our total focus is really investing back into the community. So we don't want to take all the money out of the country. We want to reinvest into the country. We're not here to take your money. We want to grow your country. We want to expand on your country. And if you want to do that, you want to do that as quickly as possible. If someone came to me and said, how quickly do you want to make $1 million? Or how quickly do you want a job? Or how quickly do you want to provide for your family? I would say immediately. So my answer is immediately. So my answer back to India and to you is, I'll do it as quickly as you want to do it. So that's my answer is, tell me tomorrow, and I'll stay here tomorrow.
Let me jump in what John said to make your life a little easier on the answer. I always believe, what good is the medicine if the patient is dead?
Absolutely.
It's now.
It's now.
Just like your program is, OK India. No, I say it's a great India. It's now, not tomorrow. Today, not tomorrow. We must start today. And we are in full support of anything that we do. You ask about MOU. We don't need MOU. We need to do the job.
Yes.
MOUs comes and goes. When people want to do it, we just do it. We're not waiting for the papers. We like to do the job. That's why we're here. And trust me, everybody that I had invited, these people are here and others are on their way. And that's what we're coming in. There is a MOU or not, regardless of there is, but we're going to do the work. We're going to bring the business. Otherwise, it's just a talk and nothing going to happen. Let's start. Don't blame the government. First do it or start doing it, and then if the government don't do it, you blame. But people usually talk a lot, blame everybody when they don't want to do it. To me, is just do the job, and then see if it doesn't happen, then you can complain. Don't complain. There's no rain and you're taking shoes off, means what good it is. Or take the umbrella job, means don't complain, let's start.
You know,
wanted
the
to-
Simi, as he mentioned, you know,
Yeah.
Chairman Bobby and his team,
Yeah.
John, Chanel, they are, like when I met them, they're men of action, you know, and that's the best part of it. And India needs men of action. We need to be guided. For example, John and Chanel, their company, they are the only company to be accredited to supply LED for US Navy.
Wow.
Now those are big projects, you know. We are talking of cities, you know. We are talking of, in America, there are huge buildings, you know. You have lived there. It's like 150 to 200 stories, you know, buildings, you know. And when you do that transformation, look at the money you save. And where does the money go? That's what Prime Minister wants. He wants to not only create jobs, but he wants to put money back into the society.
Absolutely.
That's what his goal. And these people, because they are so genuine in their hearts, they want to put the money back into the society, you know. They are earning money in America. They don't need money, you know. But they want to do something,
Yeah.
you know, they want to do something for the society and world at large, you know.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to that. I mean, the benefits of energy efficiency and LED technology are multifaceted, from environmental benefits to job creation and financial savings. It's endless, the benefits. So the time is now. I mean, there's no reason, any amount of time that you wait, you're just wasting all of those opportunities. And we've been very impressed, as Bobby was saying, with Dr. Raj. It seems like the Indian officials really realize that and are embracing that and are ready to take action. So it's very positive.
And just keying off of Chanel too, we didn't even touch on the environmental aspect. Climate change is a major, major issue in the world today. The influence on renewable energy has such a tremendous effect, a positive effect on the environment. And if India could be a world leader, like kind of like a, you know, really step out and say we're really taking a leading edge on this. We need people to step up to that, because without people stepping up to that, temperatures are rising every year, and we're
Yes.
going to get into a really, really deep problem, and the world is going to be in a lot of serious trouble. And it's not just economic, it's environmental, and we're going to be in serious shape environmentally. And we can change that, but we have to start now.
Yeah, and it's very easy to make that change while making positive financial steps. So, I mean, with climate change, it's short-term as well as long-term impacts that this would be affecting, and local as well as global.
Well, thank you so much, and I want to especially thank Deepak Chopra ji for bringing, Deepak Arora ji for bringing in such a wonderful panel to our studio, and I'm amazed by the kind of work you're doing, amazed by the stuff you would want to bring to India, and that'll strengthen Indo-US ties and bring in so much of environmental change, jobs, economic growth, energy efficiency, energy saving. So there is so many beautiful things coming out of this, mergers, relationships. So again, I want to thank you, and this is Simi Harding for OK India. Keep watching OK India for more news. Thank you.